गणनाथा गजवदना गणनाथा दीनहरणा
गणनाथा गजवदना गणनाथा विनायका
गणनाथा गजवदना गणनाथा दीनहरणा
गणनाथा गजवदना गणनाथा विनायका
सिद्धिदाता शिवतनया
सिद्धिदाता शिवतनया
सिद्धिदाता शिवतनया
सिद्धिदाता शिवतनया
बुद्धिप्रदायक गजानना
बुद्धिप्रदायक गजानना
बुद्धिप्रदायक गजानना
जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ 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 जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साईं माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साईं माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ साईं माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ साईं माँ शेरा वाली माँ जोता वाली माँ शेरा वाली माँ जोता वाली माँ पहाड़ा वाली माँ जय जग जननी साईं माँ पहाड़ा वाली माँ जय जग जननी साईं माँ
गन 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 घंटा बजे गन 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 घंटा बजे हर भोलेनाथ शिव शंभो बजे हर साईनाथ शिव शंभो बजे दम 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 डमरू बजे दम 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 डमरू बजे हर भोलेनाथ शिव शंभो बजे हर साईनाथ शिव शंभो बजे गन 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 घंटा बजे गण 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 घंटा बजे हर भोलेनाथ शिव शंभो बजे हर साईनाथ शिव शंभो बजे हर साईनाथ शिव शंभो बजे डम 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 डमरू बजे सुंदर साई शिरडी विहारी सुंदर साई
I can check with no sound.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam,
Ha 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 ha.
Jaya 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 He Madhusudana.
जय जय साई तेरी महिमा अति सुखदाई जय जय साई
हर शिव शिव विनाक वैभव राजा शंकरा हे हर हर शिव शिव विनाक वैभव राजा शंकरा शिव राजा शंकरा शिव राजा शंकरा शंकर शंकर सदा शिवा शंकर शंकर सदा शिवा सदा शिवा है साम शिवा सदा शिवा है साम शिवा शंकर शंकर सदा शिवा अम्बा सहिता सांब शिवा अम्बा सहिता सांब शिवा
Mother, oh Mother Sai Ma, you mean the whole world to me, Sai Ma. Mother, oh Mother Sai Ma, you mean the whole world to me, Sai Ma. Mother, oh Mother Sai Ma, you are the light of my life, Sai Ma. Mother, oh Mother Sai Ma, you are the light of my life, Sai Ma. Ma Sai Ma, Ma Sai Ma. Ma Sai Ma, Ma Sai Ma. In times of trouble and despair, I call your name, you're always there. In times of trouble and despair, I call your name, you're always there.
राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे
राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे बोलो राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे शिरडी कृष्णा परती कृष्णा साई कृष्णा राधे राधे बोलो शिरडी कृष्णा परती कृष्णा साई कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे
Sairam, and a very good evening to everyone gathered here today. We are blessed to have our most beloved Satguru Sri Madhusadan Sai in our midst, right here in Hong Kong. Satguru was last here over 3.5 years ago. Since then, we have been waiting in anticipation for his next visit. Much too long. But we are overwhelmed that he is finally here with us, even if it's just for 2 days. We would also like to welcome all the guests who have accompanied Sadhguru this evening. Thank you all for your presence. To ensure happy, healthy, sustainable, and meaningful lives for all, Satguru has been encouraging all of us to embrace and embody the idea of kindness and compassion in the spirit of one world, one family. At the mission of service and spirituality in the fields of free morning nutrition, free healthcare, and free education, this idea from the ancient Indian scriptures, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, is being practiced every day by serving thousands of patients, students, children, the homeless, the hungry, and anyone in need as our very own. Swami, when you were last here, you gave us the mandate to open the Feed Hong Kong kitchen. as part of the Feed the World initiative to feed anyone who is in need. With your blessings, this kitchen has been preparing and serving thousands of needy individuals. With the support of volunteers, many who are present here today. Swami, we are now cooking and serving over 3,500 meals per month for those in need across Hong Kong. But brothers and sisters, this is a mere drop in the ocean compared to all the incredible initiatives and projects Swami has established and is spearheading across the 33 countries every day. Let me give you a glimpse here. Firstly, with education. 28 educational campuses, a university in South India through the Sri Satya Sai Loka Seva Gurukulam group of educational institutions, from grade 6 to doctoral programs, and 3 institutions abroad in Nigeria, Laos, and Australia, are providing free value-based education to nearly 5,000 boys and girls. Secondly, with healthcare, at Satya Sai Grama in Mudanari in Karnataka, which is also the epicenter for the global service activities, a totally free 360-bedded multi-speciality hospital. The Sri Satya Sai Sara Memorial Hospital treats over 1,200 patients every day and is also the teaching hospital for India's first free medical college, the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, which itself was inaugurated by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, on the 25th of March 2023. Guided by the vision, in rural, for rural, by rural, this first of its kind medical college shall nurture medical doctors with ability, nobility, and stability, who shall dedicate themselves to serve the underserved, particularly in rural India where the need is the most. Today, 10 specialty hospitals in India, 5 pediatric, cardiac, 5 mother and child hospitals, and 3 hospitals abroad in Fiji, Sri Lanka, and Nigeria, and a medical center in the USA are providing free healthcare. Nearly 27,000 free pediatric cardiac surgeries have been done successfully through the Sri Satya Sai Sanjanivi hospitals. Thirdly, nutrition. The Annapurna Morning Nutrition Program now nourishes 3 million school-going children every day in India, in 40,000 schools across 23 states, 5 union territories, and 5 countries. 12 centers for human development in 11 countries have also been established to work towards the welfare and well-being of all as one global family. Thus, several lives are being illumined by these benevolent acts of goodness every day. If we were to simply pause for a moment and think as to how all of this is being done totally free every day, the only answer would be divine intervention. We are all indeed blessed, as out of billions of people on this earth, our scriptures say that it is only given to a few thousand to pursue the path of God. And of those few thousands who pursue the path of God, it is only given to some, 1 or 2, to truly find God. Today, we are seated here in this hall, in the presence of the Divine Master. Let us, for a moment, mindfully be aware of this precious blessing which has been bestowed upon us, and bask in His love with reverence and gratitude. Now, we would like to invite Mr. Raju Daswani to give his welcome and introductory remarks. Saram, everyone.
Pranam at the lotus feet of my Guru, Master, Teacher, Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, it is with immense gratitude and joy that I stand before you today to introduce the divine presence of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, who has graced us with this presence here in Hong Kong to guide and enlighten us through his one world, one family motto. I am filled with deep gratitude towards Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai for the blessings he has bestowed upon my family throughout the years. His divine grace has blessed us with peace, good health, and abundant happiness. Allow me to share an incident that occurred 3.5 years ago during Sadhguru's visit to Hong Kong, previous visit to Hong Kong. During a satsang at Mira, he addressed a gathering and spoke directly to me in front of everyone present. He said, "I can save you from the virus, but I cannot save you from greed." His words resonated deeply with me, and he urged us all to limit our desires and embrace selflessness. Inspired by his teachings, I approached Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai and asked him how we could serve the people of Hong Kong. His response was unexpected yet profound. He advised me to open a kitchen to feed the underprivileged. Initially, many, including myself, questioned the need of such a kitchen in an affluent city like Hong Kong. However, as I contemplated his words, I realized the deeper meaning behind his suggestions. Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai was reminding us that affluence does not equate to fulfillment or contentment. The true measure of a society lies in the compassion and care for the less fortunate. It is our duty to extend a helping hand to those in need regardless of our material abundance. With Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai's divine guidance, we established a kitchen to feed the underprivileged in Hong Kong. We witnessed the incredible impact our selfless service had on the lives of those fortunate, less fortunate. I'm humbly experiencing this and reminded as the inherent unity and interconnection of all beings. Today, as we welcome Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai again, let us embrace his teachings of compassion, selflessness, contentment. May his divine presence inspire us to raise above our material desires and focus on serving humanity with love and kindness. In conclusion, Swami, I must confess, I am not your obedient devotee, but promise to change myself and continue to serve your mission. Jai Sai Ram. Can we now have Swami to say a few words?
I am an obedient master, so I will say whatever he tells me. Vishal quoted from the Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatamaki siddhanam kaschit mam vetti tattvataha. Which simply means out of thousands of people, in today's world billions of people, it's only a few of them amongst the thousands who take the path of spirituality. They take to this uncharted path of finding their truth as God. But amongst even those who take to this path of God, not everybody reaches the destination. So they get distracted, they get influenced, and they lose their enthusiasm, motivation to continue to face all the challenges till they attain the truth. So amongst those, a very few finally get to know the truth, because the rest kind of fall away as they progress. Now you look at the whole thing from the point of view of today's world. There are billions of people in the world and a few millions in this place. And amongst those, there are a few hundreds who have taken to this path of service and spirituality. Actually, service and spirituality are not two different things. They are two sides of this same coin. When I say do service, what I mean is grow spiritually. And when you grow spiritually, you naturally end up doing service. So you can't do one thing and not the other. From that point of view, when I told during the last visit, that was before COVID-19 struck. And that is the time when I told there will be need for people to be fed, because there is a possibility of more poverty even in the thick of prosperity that Hong Kong boasts of. And when they started this small kitchen and started serving every individual who came to the kitchen to seek some help, it's not that they solved their problem once for all. But that day, when that man or that woman or that child was hungry, and that moment when they needed the help, few rose to the occasion and gave them what they needed. And that for that moment you solved their problem. And in that moment you inched a bit closer to your destination, which is to find that divinity within. And you have to put your hands on your heart and tell me, did you not feel good? Did you not feel the joy which is unparalleled? Did you not feel that satisfaction which you cannot get out of any other thing? And that is the moment you have experienced divinity. That joy, that kindness, that compassion, that joy, happiness and satisfaction, that is the glimpse of divinity you have had. And this is important for me. See, we can talk about God, we can read about God, we can discuss God at great length, but we don't experience God. It's like talking about laddu or any sweet, you see. It's round, it's yellow, it's sweet and it's nice, it smells good, but you don't eat it, then you don't enjoy it. All the idea of discussing about God is just like talking about food, but never eating a bite of it. But one bite of that food will make you understand everything about that food. Nobody needs to explain whether it's spicy or sweet or sour or bitter or whatever it is. Likewise, experiencing the joy when you serve others, that joy is the sign of divinity. So every time you experience that, you have experienced God. It's as simple as that. And God, you should not complicate with a lot of theories and philosophies, which has, generally the idea of God is a very mystical being and to be experienced at the end of one's life of sadhana, or only is available to those who give up everything else in the world, earth and home and business and families and children and spouse. It's only for them that God is available. All this is not true for today. Because if there is one being called God in one place, then he cannot be God. God by definition is omniscient, omnipresent. So therefore God is everywhere in everything at all the times. If that is the definition of God, then God should be experienceable at all points in time in all places. And how do we experience that God? We experience that God every time we experience the joy of giving, joy of sharing, joy of compassion, joy of sacrifice. Every time we experience that little joy, we actually experience God in the purest of the form. So that is why I insisted that you go and give something to those who really need it. And I know those people who were so needy at that point in time. Probably some of them had already made up their mind that they are going to go hungry today and they are going to go to sleep on a hungry stomach. But you changed that. You changed what they thought was their fate by providing them just a meal. That is enough. A warm meal for the day was enough for them to be reassured that we will be looked after. I didn't ask you to give away gold and jewelry and properties and cars. They don't need it. They just needed that meal. Because you can't eat gold and survive that day. You can't eat all the Hong Kong dollar and survive that day. You can't. You just need food. It's as simple and basic as that. Give food and you give them a piece of God to experience. And that is why I'm so happy. And I told them, you first do some seva, you keep calling me every now and then, please come to Hong Kong, please come to Hong Kong. But I told Shalini many times, you do seva, I will come. You have to earn it. So when you do seva to others, you earn the grace of God. Then God need not be sent invitation. He will come running wherever his work is going on. Because God loves good people and God loves good things, good deeds. So you have done that diligently, religiously, obediently for these many years. So I'm very happy. And I think on behalf of those people whom you may not know personally, you may not even know who they are, where they come from, what is their background. But somewhere God resides in each one of them. And that God thanks you for responding to the need of those people. And be happy that you could do this. It could have been given to anybody else. But somehow you are the chosen ones to do that. There are thousands of people. Others didn't think, but you thought. Others did not do, you did. And therefore you are special. And because you have done this, you deserve another visit. And if you keep doing more work, I'll come back again and again, only to give you more work. So in more work, you'll find more joy. In more joy, you'll find more God. That's the purpose. To find more and more of God in everyday life and everything that we do. But don't imagine God to be some distant entity, you see, to be found at the end of the road. No, God is found now and here. That's my idea of God. That's my idea of spirituality, that you find the joy of serving, loving, caring and sharing every of those experiences, where you find that pure joy, you actually experience God. You may not know it, but you have experienced God at that moment. So now tell me, who can tell that I have never experienced God? Nobody can say it, because we all have done this good deed some point in time. In that good deed, we all have experienced the satisfaction which is beyond all the other ordinary kinds of satisfactions. So if you have experienced that greater joy, greater satisfaction, greater love and compassion, you have experienced God. So you don't have to feel diffident, and you don't have to feel any lesser than those great saints and sages and monks and people of so-called God, because they say they have experienced God. Now you also say, put your hand in your heart and say, I have also experienced God. And if somebody asks you, how did you do that? How do you say that? Tell them, every time I helped somebody, when a hungry man or woman turned up to the kitchen and I gave something to eat, in that joy, in that moment of gratitude, I experienced God. And mind you, nobody can deny that. And if somebody says, no, that is not God, let me tell you, that person doesn't know what God is. So you do not have to worry about whoever says that. So I tell that God is available for all. God is the most available being, more than our father, mother, friends, spouse, children. They can be available at certain time in certain places, but God is available at all times. It is up to us to access that God. It is up to us to reach out to that God who is always available. But we aren't available to God, that's why we don't experience it. And when do we become available to that experience of God? When we become available to the poor, to the needy, to the helpless, and we go out of our way, we stretch our hand to serve and help somebody. At that moment, we have stretched our hand to touch God. And in that moment, we have experienced God. And no person on earth, whoever it might be, can deny you God. You alone can deny yourself. Nobody else can deny God to you. Because God is the most available and the easily available, easily experienceable thing on earth. But this is what I tell. So Raja, you also have experienced God in the last 3.5 years. Maybe a little less than the others in the room, but nevertheless. Whenever you did some good, you experienced God. When I tell our children in school, G-O-O-D is good. That is the spelling of good. What is the spelling of God? G-O-D is God. So by the very spelling itself, in every good there is God. And that's what do good, be good, see good. This is the way to God. And this is the idea of this whole mission, to make everyone experience God. But first demystify, decode for them what God truly is and what that experience of God is. So don't wait for another day, another time, another place to experience God. It may or may not happen as per the classical definition of scriptures. But The new definition of God is, in every act of good, you experience God. Somebody experiences tears of joy that flow out of your eyes. Somebody experiences that a little tug at the heart. Somebody experiences a new experience of a chill down your spine when you see somebody and feel the joy. There are many experiences of God. Everybody experiences it differently. But in all those moments, you have experienced God and God alone and nothing else. So remember that, and that's why do good as much as possible. I'm not saying give up all the things in life, it's not necessary. But yes, be a little more kind, little more compassionate. Try to do a little more good than what you had did yesterday. And every time you do that, you get closer and closer and closer to your true self. So feeding Hong Kong was not about so much about feeding the people who are hungry. It was about feeding your own soul, making yourself available to God, making God available to you, and experiencing that over and over again till you get addicted to it. And nothing else gives you the same joy. Then you want the same joy as what you had yesterday when you served somebody. And that should motivate us to go on doing it again and again. That should be the excitement, motivation for us, that experience of joy. So try to do that, or try to find that subtle presence of God in every little experience. In fact, our Upanishads say, Pratibodha viditam matam amritatvam hivindate. The one who experiences the hand of God in every little thing in life, such a person alone is jnani. He attains immortality, who sees God's hand in every little thing. But the easiest way to see God or experience God is in good. Everything is God, even the bad, what happens to us, so to say, not so favorable things. Even that is God's wish only. Somebody who has the eye can see God's hand in that also. In our setbacks and failures, disappointments, rejections, sorrow and misery, everywhere there is God only, but it's difficult to experience God in those difficult moments. But easier to experience God in an act of goodness. Therefore, keep doing good over and over again. Kuru Punya Mahoratram, it says, keep doing good day and night. And Smaranityam Anityatam, and remind yourself what is permanent and what is temporary. The permanent comes from doing good, temporary comes from doing selfishly. So this is the basic message, that is what we are telling. And the idea of one world, one family, when I came here, they were showing me the sweet boxes which have this logo and it says one world, one family. I felt very happy because that's the message the world needs to hear. All other things did not work for the world. This is the message of Upanishads. This alone will work. But when you feel somebody is in your family member, you can't just sit quiet and see them suffer. You will do something, whatever is possible in your capacity. And everybody's capacity is different, but everybody will do something. I was coming, and this little boy and girl, they came over and they gave me luggage tags with my name on it, Sadhguru. I asked her, why are you doing this? What are you doing? I do this and I raise money to buy food and give it to my grandma so that my grandma can give it to those who need it. In that moment, I experienced the pure innocence of God in the child. They don't have big ideas. They don't have big billion-dollar businesses in Hong Kong. They don't want to go and get awards and accolades for what they're doing. They're doing simple things, but at that age, it's gone inside them. I can also do some good. So what if I don't turn? So what if I'm not big? So what if I'm not so educated or so capable? As a child also, you can do good. Who can deny you doing good? So who can deny you experiencing God? Nobody can. And that is the way we should experience God. Unless we bring God into our lives, there is no way God will come into our lives. You have to open the door, and the lock is locked from inside. So you open the door by doing good, God enters your heart and makes place for Himself. And once God is inside, everything is good. You see everything through God's eyes. You hear everything through God's ears. Everything through God. You experience everything through God. Then you feel like God. So that is the idea. I'm very happy that you have taken to this. And I'm sure more opportunities will open as you keep doing work. You'll find there are more needs to be served. But I felt the country is so rich, and even the world for that matter, so rich. So the world has never been richer than what it is today collectively. At the same time, hundreds of millions of people go hungry to sleep every day. And be it Africa, be it Asia, be it even in America, people go hungry to sleep. Because there are some people, as I said, of billions of people, only few take to this path. Suppose a billion people take to this path, there won't be any poverty, there won't be any deprivation, there won't be anybody hungry or anybody sick. So I go around the world over and over again, round and round, telling everybody, I have only a few hundreds, maybe a few thousands with me. I need a billion people like this, who do not have to do big things, but they all have to do little things in their capacity. For that child, that's her capacity. She make a luggage tag and try to raise something for them. For somebody bigger, older, richer, they have capacities or more, they should do accordingly. See, if everybody, imagine out of 8 billion people, a billion people just take to this path of goodness and charity, and they don't have to do big things. Serve food to somebody who is going hungry tonight, and sponsor an education for some child whose parents are not capable of doing it, or somebody's father is going to die and the family will be devastated. Maybe if there is some capacity, help them to gain good health so that he can go back to work and look after the family. It's just that little act of goodness that can change the world. And I see no governments have changed the world so far. Things have only gotten worse, never got better. But people can change. You and I can change. That is the change that we want to bring about. So our spirituality has taken a new dimension, a new definition. While on one side I can always teach Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita and anything that you want, but I know that that's all theory. At the end it has to be experienced through seva. Without seva, this whole sadhana is meaningless. At the same time, just doing seva without any understanding in sadhana, that will lead to ego. I gave, I had more, so I gave it to the lesser ones. That you become superior, somebody becomes inferior. That's again wrong. So that is why both are important, but amongst the two, the practical experience comes from seva only. The theory you learn from the scriptures. So you take both together, but nevertheless, try it out in the laboratory of life, where you do some service and experience the joy of doing it. In that joy, experience the presence of God. When you do over and over and over again, your nature will change. Giving you will become your not just second nature, the very nature of yours. Sharing will become your first nature. Caring will become your first nature. And only then you will think about yourself, what about me? That will come later. That will happen if you keep doing good enough number of times. It becomes a habit. So do that, and when you do keep doing, I'll come again. What do you think? Isn't it? Yes. They were telling the kitchen has become small and work has become more. So I said, now you also think. If your family had only 2 members, you had to cook only so much food. Now your family has 10 members, children, grandchildren, you have to cook for everybody. So your family has expanded, it's good. If you're getting more work to do, it means God is happy with you. He's sending more of His people to you. So you should feel joyful. You should feel happy. You should feel blessed that you are able to serve more people. So find more help, more support, and serve more people. Yeah, keep doing that. As I said, you may not know the impact of it, but I know somewhere some mother would have prayed that day. How do I go and face my children today without food? When I go back, they will definitely going to ask me, we are hungry, give something to eat, and she won't have any answers. You made that mother feel better that day, because she went back with some food and said, here, we have something to eat today. Some old man, some old lady, infirm, incapable of getting food that day. They might have just decided that they have to drink water and sleep tonight. But you just made them feel better by giving them the food so that they could take their medicines that day. We don't know how you helped how many people. You never know what happens on the other side. But one thing definitely happens is you experience God. And they also experience God, because they don't know any God. Somebody helps, they only thank one God who has helped them. So this is the idea. And my idea is that you should do more of this work as much as possible, you see. Don't shy away. Don't think, oh, this has become too burdensome, it's too much of an effort. It's never an effort if you feel they are our family. A mother doesn't feel an effort in raising the children. Maybe it's a little hard work. Yes, I know. To run a family is hard work. To run a business is hard work. Hard work is there, but effort should not be there in that. Burden should not be there, because you're doing it for your own people. So try to figure it out. And I told, Please find some permanent staff also, because you have other things to do in life as well. Maybe a few kitchen staff, cleaning staff, who can be there permanently, who can support you on a daily basis, while others can come on rotation basis and do the work. Right? So that way we can do it better. Like we run hospitals, I can't run it on a voluntary basis. When doctors come, we will do surgeries. When doctors don't come, we will not run the hospital. It doesn't work like that. We have some permanent doctors who do the work daily, support staff daily, and then some who come and go. So likewise, have some people who are there to work round the clock, some people who come on rotation basis, on voluntary basis. So that burden of too much of hard work will reduce for everybody, and it's practical to do it that way for long term. Think like that. Be obedient, but also be convenient. I was telling the other day in Singapore. Now, a devotee should have two qualities: obedience and convenience to God. What do I mean by that? Obedience means whatever God says, you do it. But don't do it by making faces, long faces, and giving long stories of difficulties and trials and tribulations. All that is part of any work. So don't be inconvenient is what I'm saying. Smile and say, yes, I will do it. Do it smilingly, happily. Challenges will come. Challenges will come anywhere. This is karma bhumi. Every karma faces some challenge. And good work faces more challenges. Because that's minority case. So you will face challenges. Don't run away from that. That is what I meant. Thousands of people start off on this path out of millions. And among the thousands, few only finally reach. Why? I don't have time, my body is aching, today too much of work is there, my business is suffering, home is... Then you will leave the path. This is why not everybody reaches the end. But some of you are here and you must determine, not just from the point of view doing seva, also you will grow spiritually. You need to find God at the end of the day. If you don't meet God every day, you don't experience God every day, the day is a wasted day. This is what scriptures will say. It's a wasted day if you have not experienced the joy today. Just woken up, eaten, done your job and earned your money and went back to sleep. As good as animals, they do the same thing. They wake up in the morning, the birds, look for food all day, find food, come back home, sleep. That's all they do. So that can't be our life. Not those who have been touched by such great ideas and messages. Not those for those. Ignorant people understand. So it becomes even bigger responsibility on us because we know what truth is. We know how to find it. Yet if we don't search, don't work for it, then we are the worse a lot. So that is why it's on us, upon us to do what is right. And I'm sure more can be done. Slowly you do it. But do it for those who cannot do it for themselves. That is the time when you're really helping God, making God happy. Any questions you have? No questions. But now I think a lot of people have recognized the work is going. I saw some newspaper reporter or somebody came and talking about Free Hong Kong, isn't it? I saw that, some videos.
Oh.
They have a mic. They're all very, very convenient to me. Even if you don't have questions, think about what I said just now, isn't it? It's very simple, but you have to contemplate on it. You have to chew it. Just like you eat food, you don't swallow it, you just chew it and slowly assimilate it.
Sadhguru, I have a question. So right now our kitchen is temporarily closed because the elevator is not working. Okay, the female volunteers don't want to come up the stairs. How do we convince them that we should walk up the stairs and continue cooking? Or what do you suggest in that kind of situation?
I said, there may be reasons why it's difficult to come up the building, the elevator is not working. First get the elevator in order. That's the first thing you should do. But of course, whenever it happens, till then, those who are capable in the body, they're strong enough, maybe they can take the extra effort to convince them. See, with age, your body does need some support, you see. We cannot do it without support. So it's not about just the women, but men also, I'm sure they will shy away if they look at a building and they have to climb all the way. But it's a good cardio for those who want a little bit of cardio. Go one step at a time. Say Sai Ram, and climb all the steps. By the time you reach, you will feel better. Isn't it? If where there is will, there is way, sir. So you have to make your will strong enough, and then way will come. If not elevator, slowly, step by step, we will go. But as I said, keep some permanent staff for these rainy days when people are less and there are other things so happening. Keep some permanent staff who will also get a livelihood, right? For them also there is some job. So that way you can run it and others can come support and then help in distributing. But I think you should find some one or two people to do the work, keep it clean, maintain, and go on all other days. And some days, women and everybody. Now, the young people should go out and do this seva. Vishal, you and your category of people should join more because you can round up the staircase, and as same way you can come down also equally fast. But you find more people, and so you open it now to colleges. That's what I was telling. Open it to the colleges, schools as voluntary programs. You can also come and participate. No money asked, nobody needs to contribute anything because kids don't have money and youngsters are always short of it. But they have plenty of time. You know that time money equation, time money energy dilemma. When you are young, you have all the time and energy but no money. As you grow middle age, now you have money and energy but no time. Your career takes over. And when you grow old, you have all the money and time but no energy. So you have to decide what you can spend at what point in time. So youngsters have a lot of time and energy. Ask them to spend their time and energy for doing this. Now go out with small pamphlets, give it to schools and whatever colleges, and request anybody who wants to register as a volunteer. They can come on 1 day a month or 2 days a month or whatever. So that way you spread it to more people. So youngsters can go do that, and elderly, they can come on certain days. And very, very elderly, they can contribute in some other way. They can contribute a little bit of their money if they have enough or extra. So that will run the kitchen. Youngsters will do the seva, more hard work. And the middle-aged people can do both. That way you can plan your seva. But if you make it very exciting, make it sound exciting. It is seva, it's like they should feel like they're going for a cricket match or I don't know, cricket is famous here? No. What's famous here? Football. So like they should feel excited they're going for a match or something, football. So you start that with small pamphlets, talk to schools, and I'm sure all your kids are in some school or the other. Give out this little handout saying that you have a chance to come and do seva. We'll give you a nice certificate from the foundation that you've given so many hours of your time this year for helping the people. They'll get excited. Kids need something, a badge, a paper, something to excite them. They will come. Try to find newer ways of doing it. But get the elevator repaired nevertheless rather. Good.
ओम साई राम स्वामी जी। पहले तो अच्छी बात हुई है कि तीसरी बार आपसे मिल रहे हैं। बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर स्वामी जी भाई। आज मैं खुश इसलिए हूँ कि जितने भी संत आते हैं यहाँ पर बहुत रेस्पेक्टेड हैं, सबका अपना अपना व्यू है, सब सिखाने के लिए आते हैं। एंड यू नो वेल ऑल कम फ्रॉम द भगवद गीता। आज जब मैं एंटर हुआ हूँ तो एक चीज़ अच्छी देखी है मैंने इस बार कि सबके शूज़ बाहर है। क्योंकि आप ज़्यादा जानते हैं कि ज्ञान से पहले होता है कि शुद्धिकरण, और शुद्धि में फर्स्ट स्टेप आता है शू का बाहर होना। तभी जाके ये जो ज्ञान की बात है या जो आप ह्यूमैनिटी की बात कर रहे हैं, सर्व की बात कर रहे हैं, वो समझ में आती है। अगर इस चीज़ पर आप थोड़ा ज्ञान दे सकें सबको तो बहुत अच्छी बात है। थैंक यू।
Why certain rituals are important before you enter a sabha or a satsang, है ना, उसके बारे में कहें कि क्यों ये इम्पोर्टेंट है। कुछ चीज़ें करनी पड़ती है। आप सत्संग के लिए आते हो या you want to meet some great person, you have to go prepared. You just can't walk in, swinging your arms. There is a preparation to meet a great one. That's what he's talking about. It is true. Let's see. Suppose you are going to the dentist or to your diabetologist or somebody or to any doctor. You will tell them previous day once you fix the appointment, and he will tell come prepared, don't eat in the morning I need to check your blood glucose before eating and after fasting, and I need to do other things. Similarly, they'll tell you don't eat something, you have to do something with your mouth. So there is a preparation required before you go through a process of cleaning or whatever, healing or learning and things like that. Similarly, there is spiritually also, when we are coming here, what are we trying to achieve? We are trying to purify our mind. Basically, all sadhana is nothing but purification of mind. If mind becomes pure, then you find God in that pure mind. So purity of mind is important, but the purity of mind, certain rituals are important to prepare the mind that we are coming. For instance, I was coming, some girl, I won't name it, trying to wear sari and come. Now, sari is an effort, I know, for people in Hong Kong, elsewhere also. But she was trying to wear a sari. Why? Because she wanted to come that way. That's her preparation. Somebody wore whites and came, somebody, wore the best that they have, whatever be. Or they thought about they're going today here, so they thought about it for the last 2 days, 1 day or half a day. All these are preparations when you go for a process of cleansing or learning. Why shoes are important, why he says shoes are kept outside in a temple or any other, not in all religions, but in a Hindu religion it's very important that we come with barefoot. There are many reasons. One reason, of course, your shoe is gone all around the place, right? So every time we touch the earth, every time we go to another place, the energy flows in through our feet. So that is why even Chinese acupuncture and all that, if you know, they're just trying to activate your energy centers in your feet, at the root of your nerves. So feet are those which immediately accept energies. Even when we take blessings, we bend down and touch the feet of people, because that is the exchange of energy we do. Our toes and tips of fingers, they are energy points. So when we bend and touch people's feet, we pass on our energy to them and we receive their energy from their toes. So these are all hands, and that's why acupuncture, all these things happens at hands and acupressure and all that. So feet contain a lot of energy. We don't realize, but we don't wash our feet, especially in Western countries. We think that we have never gone to a dirty place, we never removed our shoes, why should I wash my feet? But feet is always absorbing energy from everywhere, and that energy you bring into your home also, and through your flow, through everything, you spread it to everybody around you. So in our culture, water is considered as a purifying thing. You do achamanam, they do in pujas. You wash your mouth, feet, hand, and only then. Even other religions, when you enter a temple or a mosque or church, you generally prefer that you wash your face or feet or whatever. So the idea that water has the capacity to absorb energies, and that water washes off all those negative energy or whatever energy you have carried. But your shoes are never washed, chappals are never washed, right? Because they're made of leather or whatever. You never wash them once you buy them. You keep it clean, of course. You polish them, clean them, but never you dip it in water and wash. So their energy is always stuck in those shoes and chappals. So we don't want to bring that negative energy into a positive place, because each of these shoes are carrying their own energies from so many places. You've been to doctor, you've been to hospital, you've been to school, or businesses, wherever, good and bad places. That's why we leave these outside. Second, when we enter a sacred premises, our feet must touch the earth and absorb the positive energy that we can take from the earth. And that is very important. So if you go back, and see the rituals of saints and sages, they will only wear wooden sandals, because wood is a bad conductor of energy. It won't absorb the energy from the earth, nor it will allow the energy to pass from your feet to anybody. But all other things are not so. So wood is considered as like non-conducting. Therefore, it protects you from all kinds of negative energies flowing into yourself. And otherwise, walk barefoot on earth. It's a very good, both scientifically it is like an acupressure. At the same time, in the holy place, all the vibes you gather it to your feet, and through your feet it comes to your body. So that is why we should have certain rules. There is a logic behind it. Now children will ask, so how do you measure what energy went in, what energy went out? How you feel, ask yourself, that's all. When you go for puja, you wash your feet, you change your clothes, you have a bath, you go prepared, you naturally feel more receptive for whatever is happening. You just walk in from a party into a puja, you don't feel the same vibes, because you're not prepared. So all these are little things that our scriptures and rituals have been promoting to prepare you better to receive that positive energy and to help yourself get the best out of that situation. So that is why we have to do. And I tell uniforms are important. Many, like You are a lawyer, you have a uniform that gives sanctity, that gives seriousness and dignity to your work. A doctor must wear his own clothing. If he is going to the operation theatre, he must go with completely sterilized clothes because his work demands that. A police officer must wear his dress. Likewise, when you meet God, you must dress accordingly. You can't come in a party wear to meet God, right? That doesn't work. You're meeting somebody, you want to show respect. So all these are little things which matter to prepare our mind and make us more receptive to the energies that we are going to be surrounded by. So shoes and chappals are one reason why we keep it outside, because they carry the energy of the whole world. That's why we don't even allow chappals and shoes inside the house. In most of the Hindu homes, they will tell you keep it outside, then wash your feet and then enter. So earlier in old houses you will see the footwear will be left outside, then first thing you enter is a courtyard and there will be a water vessel. You first wash your feet, hand, and then only you are allowed to enter. Because they knew how these energy dynamics work. But now in modern days, it just is forgotten. It's nothing to do with dirty or dusty feet. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with the energy which is subtler than dust and dirt. That is the reason why they do. Is that? Yes. Like if you dig, every ritual has a great significance. What we wear, eat. यहाँ पे आते हैं बहुत स्वामी जी लोग आते हैं सत्संग के लिए आते हैं कोई स्वामी जी नहीं बोलते जाके सेवा करो खाना दो
सुनने पर मैं भी उनका होगा नहीं होगा फिर देन आई हैव नो अदर चॉइस फिर मैं अपने शू उतार देता हूँ वहीं कुर्सी के बाजू में चेयर के बाजू में तो ये तो फर्स्ट स्टेप है आप जानते हैं कि शूज उतारने चाहिए so that's why I got this opportunity कि आप उनको बताएं सबको यहाँ पे thank you Swami.
Generally, I also recommend you wash your feet every time you go out and come into the house. First thing to do is just wash your feet. It cleans up, all those energies, and then you continue doing what you're doing. It's important, especially places where you enter, which are important, like puja rooms or kitchen. These are very high energy centers in your house. The puja room has so many vibrations, so much of thought, so many prayers. You don't want to disturb that. Similarly, kitchen, you prepare food. And food again becomes energy within us. So whatever it absorbs while you are cooking or whatever the environment is, it becomes important. It all goes inside us. So these are few things, few simple rules we can follow. यहाँ पे तो कोई पैर धोता भी नहीं होगा because nobody dirties their feet, so there is a need for it to wash, right? So, very good. So, I'll see you all. I think some of you I'll see tomorrow as well. Yeah. Please keep doing seva. That's one thing that will keep you happy, keep the world happy, and make me very happy more than anybody else. And if I'm happy, I'll see to that you are also happy. Please take care that you keep doing seva.
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे सशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपदे स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपदे आश्रितकल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धव ओम जय जगदीश हरे मानवता गुरुदेव मर्यन्तयुनीवे स्वामी मर्यन्तयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्र शरणु ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप जय साई महादेवा सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगल आरती मंगल आरती मंगल
नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय।